All right, so I popped that out of the mold because I knew what would happen would be that I can't do a whole lot of welding with it in there because it's painted. So what I'll do is I'll leave it flat, cut the pieces that I want, and then I'm going to weld them mostly from behind. And whatever welds that I had here that don't look that great, I'll just grind those down. Well, I did quite a bit of tack welding. I got pretty much the body shape there. I think I'm gonna stop for now until I get a neck to just kind of line things up. I might do a little bit more over here, but yeah, basically anything that looks like a stripe will be painted as a stripe. And these things here, I didn't plan this, but these will be red. And it will look kind of patched together, but that's kind of the theme. So yeah, I'll check back in a little bit after I have a neck that came from a kind of a sad guitar that looked like it was in the basement somewhere, and I'll put a picture of that right now. And then as far as I might use the trem off of that same guitar, but I don't think I'm going to have it working because I noticed it had some cracks underneath in the block, and I'm either going to use that or make something that's not, you know, a tremolo, just a tailpiece. So I'm not sure. So I'm not going to be buying any parts. So. Even when I'm painting a Van Halen type guitar, I never try to copy his design exactly, but I do try to have all the elements. Like, in other words, I'll try to put stripes where they're supposed to be, but I don't try to copy them exactly. And this, whatever this is, I always try to make sure I get that into the build at some point, or into the paint job. So that and the white band that runs around the outside of his guitar are my two favorite parts of the paint job. I just think this is like really cool, and without this on there, it doesn't look right to me. Next thing I want to do is work on the neck pocket. I found this little piece here, which is about the right size for this side, and then I'm going to build it up with these extra pieces from last year, which were from these framing squares. This is a nice heavy piece of metal, so this will run in the neck pocket, but then also connect throughout the guitar to build up support. And that'll make it really strong. Alright, I got the neck pocket done. It fits really nice and tight. What I'm going to do is bolt it on to the neck with, you know, traditional screws. And then I'll use that, just temporarily bolt it in there. And then I'll use that to get my, you know, my angles and all that stuff. And then I'll tack weld it, double check everything. And then I'll take the neck off, you know, detach it, and then I'll do all my finished welding and reinforcing and keep putting the neck back on and checking. One thing I'm not happy about is I was trying to get the majority of the welds on the inside, like tack, all these tack welds. But when I was tapping on it, I was hearing like little rattles, and it's an instrument, so I don't want to have rattles. So I started to do some welds here, and I didn't really like the way they looked. I used a grinder, they looked worse. So right now I'm just going to be filing these down as best that I can. It has, it looked a little bit better, but I'm hoping, once I paint it and distress it, that it'll kind of disappear. But I mean, it's never going to be totally, perfect, because I'm not going to use any body filler. I don't want any body filler or anything to fill in there. I'll just file it down as smooth as I can and paint it. We'll see from there. So the next step will be just to actually do some more welding on the inside. Now the back, I don't know if I'm going to leave that open, or if I'm going to use like a license plates to cover this, or just do what I did and do the stripes. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, I might just leave it open. I mean, it might be cool. We'll see. All right, I'm just about ready to drill the holes for the neck pocket. The old holes I filled with wood glue and chopsticks. So that's that, and once I get these installed, then I'll be able to set up the neck and tack weld it in place. Another thing, I've been reinforcing the body. So there's going to be pretty heavy pieces of steel that run from the front to the back. And as of right now, I do think I might leave the back kind of open, but I'm working on this little kind of belly curve, which, if you see the way I look, I need that. And I learned how to do this by watching a YouTube video about making rings from spoons, and the guy had this adjustable wrench, and he was bending it like that. So for years I would use like wrenches like that, and I never even thought of it, but yeah, you can get the exact size you need and just do the little bends as you need them. Works really well. Okay, well, I got the neck pretty much tack welded in place, and got some supports tack welded in place, and it's pretty solid now. So now I can take it apart, take the neck off, and finish weld everything, and then think about what I'm going to use to hold the pickups. I didn't show it when I was setting this up because it was not pretty, and I don't think it'd be helpful to anybody. I just do trial and error type things, where I had the strings on and lined it up here and here, and just kept checking it by eye, and then finally tack welded it. Alright, I've reinstalled the neck one more time because I need to find out where to install the pickup and how to install it. I found two saws the other day. These were in the trash. So I thought that I would use those to make, it's down in there, to make, cross, I'm going to use these at the bottom to house the pickup on. And then I also thought that I might cut out part of this saw here and use it as a pick guard. Use the teeth facing down, so you're not going to catch them, hopefully, with your hand. But I mean, if it seems like you might get cut on it, I'm not going to do that, but I just thought it was a good shape, and I could just mount the knobs in there, the pots. So anyway, I think what I'll do is I'll weld up where I'm going to hold the pickup, and then I'm going to take it apart. Well, no, I'm not going to take it apart yet. I'm going to take it home, fiddle around with it, maybe temporarily wire it up, and then what I'll do is throughout the weekend just keep messing with it, and then if everything seems okay and I don't see anything that needs more welding, then what I'll do is I'll take it apart, and then I'm going to soak it in vinegar just to kind of get the dusty rust off before I paint it, or at least to see what it looks like after it soaks. And I won't soak it long, just maybe like overnight, and just check it.